gonna speedrun this game.
Oh yeah, speedrun it fine. I'm just that good. Welcome to Nancy Drew.
Welcome to my latest case, The Curse of Blackmoor Manor.
Oh man!
Choose junior or senior detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, choose gameplay overview.
It's junior?
I think that's what we usually do.
Or junior detectives. Or not.
Dear Ned, greetings from jolly old England. Although right now I'm not so sure about the jolly part. That's because I'm on my way to Blackmoor Manor, where the daughter of one of our neighbors is living. The daughter, whose name is Linda, recently married Hugh Pendleton, a British diplomat. Hugh travels a lot, so the only people at the manor with Linda are Hugh's aunt, Mrs. Drake, and Hugh's 12-year-old daughter, Jane. The thing is, ever since Linda moved into the manor, her health has gone downhill. She's practically bedridden, and no one seems to know why. Her mother is convinced something is terribly wrong and wants me to find out what. So here I am, about to be dropped off at a huge centuries-old mansion in the middle of a dark, foggy moor. I can't tell whether the butterflies in my stomach are because I'm excited or just a tad creeped out. Talk to you soon. I hope. Nancy.
Night, miss. Good luck.
I'm surprised that Ned doesn't know that we're going to England. Obviously, don't they live together? Thought they lived with Nancy and Ned.
I don't know. I don't know where this takes place in the timeline either. If Ned's the main character or whatever.
I'm pretty sure this is an early game.
I don't pay attention to anti-hero storylines.
Who's there? Hello?
Autoplay.
There's something out there!
Where, child?
Over there! I mean, something was out there.
Now I'm just
in.
crazy. Hi, I'm the detective slash doctor.
Yeah, there's something out here.
I'm Mrs. Drake. I take it you're Nancy Drew?
Yes, and I really did see something, Mrs. Drake. I heard something, too.
Oh, people are always seeing and hearing things on the moor at night. Especially you Americans. Why don't you just go on up to your room? It's the one with the moon on the door.
I'd like to see Linda, if I could.
I'm afraid Linda is, not quite ready to meet with you just now. But please, come see me after you've unpacked. I'll be in the conservatory.
All right, thank you.
What do you think our gameplay game is going to be in this one? Chores again?
Well, we'll probably have to give the bedridden one medical care.
Are those Loch Ness monsters?
No. This is England.
Oh.
This looks like a weird dragon thing. That looks like a...
Bing!
Oh, that's good. Anybody know Latin?
No. Dove, fire stars, rising sun, poppies.
Time? Oh no, we have a time limit.
What? I don't know. She never said anything about a time limit. Is this our room? Or is this...
I guess so.
Here's the doors. Nexus. Really? Looks like we're at an arcade.
You're not eating, are you?
I thought...
I think we are in our room.
Oh. So then we're okay.
We should try.
Yeah.
Let's, what did we bring with us? Anything? Anything useful? No. Some sort of star. Oh, we've already run into a puzzle. Oh good. Did we just take that with?
Back to Nancy Drew.
Yes, you. Gia, Gemini, or Asia, Corvus, Hercules. Alright, we'll come back to that later. So that'll be something. Telescope stand.
A tripod. For a camera, maybe?
Not a telescope stand. We also have a notification on our phone. I mean, our phones seem to change every game. Oh, it's an alarm.
There will be waking up soon.
It's 6:05 right now. PM. Web. Email message. Hi, bye. No email service abroad.
What's that word?
No email service. A little bit ridiculous.
Just because your phone doesn't have a wireless setting. That was.
She has a BlackBerry.
They're actually less than nice enough to say, oh, just won't give me service. Service. Never mind, secretly charging you and things.
Something. Friends. Sailing trip. I don't know. Frank and Joe. Well. Nope. Factory. Home. Retro. Later. Oh.
You should memorize where that is.
Book. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to use. Rye PA.
Somewhat decent beer for once.
That's not bad.
Definitely a decent IPA for once.
All against the IPA. Fireplace. I want to know what this box is. It looks like a puzzle box. Ah!
Ew.
Oh.
Better tasting than a speeding bullet.
Obviously, we're gonna have to do a lot of stargazing things. I don't know how I feel.
How'd that work?
Well, you think I fooled around in here long enough?
I don't think it's actually timed. The clock probably still says 6:05.
6:14.
Still has an alert. I would stay in a room with a picture like that.
I don't know. It's pretty disturbing.
Apollo and his 4 horses of the apocalypse.
On top of the screen, click the search button for worldwide via. Here we go. Oh.
Oh, Ethel, do I have to learn this?
Yes, I'm afraid you do.
If I do well, can we play a game?
Yes, but only in French.
Oh.
We go forward.
I'm afraid we're busy.
Try to get some information.
I need something else for this.
What?
Stone cutter.
Yes. Guess we're gonna have to cut that out.
Oh, forget it. Stay in Italy as long as you want, then. Some kind of husband you're proving to be. It's not all in my head. Don't bother.
Here.
Linda? Hi, it's me, Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew, our friendly neighborhood detective. Well, welcome to Blackmoor Manor. I apologize for greeting you under such unusual circumstances.
What should I do? Oh, there's a scrolly.
So, how are you feeling?
How am I feeling? Well, I feel like...
She's crazy.
I feel like something really strange is happening.
Could you be more specific?
Could I be more specific? Ah, the ace detective is grilling me for details. I'm tired all the time, my mouth is dry, my vision is blurry, but that's not important. Here's what's important, Nancy. There are some doors that should never be opened. There are some doors that hold secrets which must never be known. That's everything you need to know. Now if...
Mummy, can I come in?
No, you're supposed to be in your lessons.
Lessons are over. I want to meet Nancy.
I said no, Jane.
Okay.
That was my stepdaughter. She can be such a pest sometimes.
Horrible.
Anyway, I understand you feel an obligation to my mother, but trust me, there's nothing you can do. You're welcome to stay, but I strongly recommend that you go home as soon as possible.
Before I kill you.
Oh dear. What do you think?
I can't go home empty-handed. It might jeopardize my ace detective status. Linda? Okay, I'll let you rest. But I'll be back. I'm here for you if you need me.
Father, are you sure?
Hi, Linda. Linda? I'll be going now.
She's dead.
She just died.
Can't jack her phone.
Nope.
Oh, it's just a curtain. We can just walk around and see her.
I can't tell what's doors and what's not door. I guess we can't go walk around and see. Well then. Oh. Where's the conservatory?
This must be Mrs. Drake's room. Guess she's not in her room.
Just waiting for us.
Really? That's convincing. Oh, very good.
Oh, it's just a parrot.
Jerk face parrot. Sure.
Stereotype against
Polly want a cracker?
Not Polly! Lolo! 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 Lolo!
Okay, I get the point. Lulu.
Lolo! 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 Lolo!
Let's ask if you know
Do
Latin.
you by any chance know Latin?
Quiste rogavit, bene vidi vici, semper ubi sub ubi, morituri status...
I'll take that as a yes. Would you mind translating something for me?
Fire away!
Very communicative.
Equinoctium
Very smart
vernum.
bird.
The longest day of the year is solstitium, the summer solstice. The shortest day is bruma, the winter solstice. Equinoctium vernum is a spring equinox. Equinoctium autumnalis is a fall equinox. Day equals night. Lulu's always right.
Alright then. Our first very
Bye, bird.
smart
Bob's
companion.
your uncle.
I need the key.
Picky.
I need the key.
So I guess we need Latin translated.
Coming up again already.
Yep.
It is. Lessons are... Oh, that's that. That's not what they do. I thought. Ah! Auto turn.
You can turn around.
Naked mute.
Yep.
Can't turn.
Hi! You must be Nancy. I'm so pleased you're here. I'm Jane. I know you've come to visit my stepmom, but I'd love it if you could pop by whenever you get the chance. Oh, we'll have such fun. Let's play a game.
Okay.
Not right now. Maybe later. I'd like to ask some questions first.
Sure, what do you want to know? About Mummy? I mean, Linda. I do hope you'll help. She's been a bit out of sorts lately.
Out of sorts.
When did she start getting sick?
I was playing in Mummy's room when she wasn't there, and when I looked up, there was a lady, all dressed in black, putting something on Mummy's nightstand.
What?
Did you recognize the woman?
I couldn't see her face
Doesn't answer our
because
question
she
at all.
wore a cape with a hood. The lady put a note on Mummy's nightstand, but I didn't read it. That's when Mummy started feeling poorly. I don't want to think about that. Let's play a game. It will cheer me up.
Okay.
Sure. What would you like to play?
Look inside the chest over there and pick a game. My great aunt said it's a hope chest, so I put my games in there in the hope someone would come over to play. We can play Bull, Constellation Match, Petroglyph Punch, Skull and Bones, and I also have a jigsaw puzzle.
You sure have a lot of games.
I love games. I want to make computer games when I grow up.
Oh.
That's how it starts. I hope.
How about a game of Petroglyph Punch?
This is a game I bought in Arizona. You have to make as many matches as possible. On your mark, get set, go!
Ah. Let's try and do appease her. Glyphs. Line them up. How do I move them?
Just click on them.
Ooh, no, it's not what I want to do.
Then you just...
I don't know.
Just... Your things. You have to get 3 in a row.
At least 3. Things.
There's a goat in the corner. That. That was...
I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh.
Strange.
Yes.
You don't have another one.
I don't.
No.
But I'm so desperate.
Yeah, now you have another one.
I'm. Yay, high score. In. Nope.
Oh no, go back.
Save.
Oh, what?
For no reason, just saving. I thought since I was here by accident. Oh, what the?
You go back.
The game helped.
I don't know. Yeah, there's a back arrow.
So sorry.
What? I did a good job. I don't care what you say.
Have you ever seen anything strange outside?
Once I saw my Uncle Roger's toupee fly off during a windstorm. Talk about freaky.
Hmm.
I mean, have you seen a strange animal outside?
No, but I have heard weird noises like this. Howling. But not like a dog howling, more like something human. I don't want to think about that. It's scary enough having to live in this gloomy place.
We play another game with her.
I don't think so.
The lady in black you saw in Linda's room, did she look like anyone you know?
Like I said before, I couldn't really see her face, but she was kind of dressed like the lady in the Great Hall.
Which lady?
Eleanor. I know it sounds weird, that's why I didn't want to tell anyone. It's too creepy. Sometimes wonder if I just dreamed it all up. Mrs. Drake is always saying I have a rampant imagination.
I should get going.
Ta-ta!
Or her room. We have a microwave.
I use that to make cakes for Lulu the parrot. That's why the ingredients are so nasty. Like I would eat mealworms.
Why not?
Oh, we're gonna have to make things.
Who's this?
That's my mum, my real mum. She's an opera singer.
In the video
It's
game,
not like
you know.
she's famous or anything, but she does live in Paris.
What is this book?
Don't know really. Ethel gave it to me. She said it belonged to my grandfather.
MTV's
Do
Lieber.
you think Brady Armstrong is cute?
Oh dear. Symbols, symbols, symbols. More symbols.
Each of those cups seems to be associated with a Roman numeral.
They all look the same, so what's the point?
We take this book. Too many symbolisms. Ah. Lose.
That was written by Charles Pemberlin way back in like the 1500s. When I read it, it seemed really familiar, you know?
Okay then. They have really weird rooms. It's bizarre. East Post to Cafe.
Looks like you're learning some interesting stuff.
Bet you wouldn't say that if you were the one who had to learn it.
6 to 14. That's a lot of school.
French, Latin.
Writer teacher with a face. It says black.
I think she wrote that.
I'm not convinced.
Gravity and the weight of objects. What the? I hate when they put random things at the meeting.
Oh, there's a picture of a guinea pig.
You had a guinea pig?
Yes, but it died.
When?
I don't know. I'd really rather not think about it,
Don't know what
alright?
Did your mom
I
eat the
totally love that show. Isn't Brady Armstrong so dreamy? Total hottie.
Hottie?
Hottie.
She likes anime.
Yep. And cats.
I don't know. During this.
During.
Iberluben. Whatever. Ada.
Looks like this.
That's my family tree. Ask me anything about anyone. Go on, ask me.
How does it work?
Tell me about Lucia.
Isn't that a pretty name? If I have a daughter, I'll name her that.
You didn't tell anything. as anything about.
Tell me about Randolph.
Randolph the Red, so named for his bright red hair, was considered a hero at the Battle of Poitiers. For his heroism, King Edward III awarded him with the lands in the region called Penvelin. That's how we got our name.
Odo, that's an odd name.
Yeah, he isn't very exciting, really. Like farming and cows. His son Milo is much more interesting.
Oh. Because he's a hottie.
What about Milo?
Milo inherited not only his grandfather's red hair, but his military prowess. Milo was instrumental in the siege of Caen and was awarded even more lands by Henry V.
Oh, Hugo.
And Hugo?
He had a lot of kids, and his dates were 1401 to 1466.
Okay. Oh, Albert.
Tell me about Albert.
He was very mysterious, and the people of Blackmoor were afraid of him because he knew all these scientific things. No one knows much about him, though.
Who was Anor?
He was Odo's brother.
Tell me about Simon.
He lived
That
from
all-
1358 to 1412. No, 1411. We don't know very much about him.
Are they just gonna
Who
give
is
me...
Agatha?
She
Probably
was
it's
a
not
nun. I
really
think she lived in
direct news.
Ireland.
Oh. Well,
We're on a time limit, so we can find that lady.
yeah. I'm sorry. Gotta find... Oh, back.
Guess it's probably like 9 o'clock by now.
It would be rude to use it now.
Oh, really?
Oh, you startled
hello.
me. You must be Nancy. I'm Jane's tutor, Ethel.
How do you do?
How do you
How
do?
do you do?
Jane is very excited you're visiting. You're all she's talked about for the past week.
What's wrong with her?
Wow, I feel so embarrassed. I didn't think I'd have a fan club all the way over here.
Yes, well. I'm sorry, but I'm in a bit of a rush. I need to go over some things with Jane.
Oh, I guess I'll be going then.
It was
Wow.
a pleasure meeting you, Nancy. Our paths will cross again, I'm
Missed the
sure.
best animation style.
What did she do?
She turned sideways and like slipped off the screen.
There goes my cell phone. Hello?
Hi, Nancy. It's Mrs. Petroff. How is everything? Have you seen Linda yet?
Literally speaking, no, but I did talk to her. Not that she told me anything.
I'm just about at my wit's end. I've never known her to act like this. The last doctor that examined her said that aside from a little dry skin, which is not unusual for her, she was perfectly fine.
Why is she hiding behind that curtain?
I have no idea. When I was out there last week, I got fed up and pulled the curtain back. She threw a fit, but otherwise she looked absolutely normal. A little pale, perhaps, but who wouldn't be pale, cooped up like that? Something has changed her. Something in that house. Hugh is just as bewildered and upset by her behavior as I am. Please get to the bottom of this, Nancy. You're our last hope.
Where is Hugh?
He was called to Rome. As a diplomat, he's always being called out of the country without warning and without any say in the matter. He'd much rather be there with Linda, although...
Although what?
It's just that Hugh said it hasn't been very easy for him to talk to her lately. Whenever he calls, which is at least once a day, Linda always seems to fly off the handle for no reason. Which doesn't make sense. Linda has always been extremely level-headed and even-tempered. She never gets angry. At least she didn't used to.
Menopause.
Who exactly is Mrs. Drake?
She's Hugh's aunt. She's taken care of Blackmoor Manor ever since her brother died. He was Hugh's father. She's a bit of a character.
Just a character.
In what way?
The way she spends all her time in that conservatory, slouching around, trowel in hand, murmuring to herself. You'd think she was burying something. or somebody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mrs. Petroff.
Goodbye, Nancy. Oh, one more thing. My niece is on call and her husband's out of town, and I told her I'd go over there and babysit if she had to work. So if you call and I don't answer, that's why. Bye.
Don't call me.
You gotta find that conservatory. Up here.
Going down the stairs. That is an attic. Tower.
What the? It. Skinny.
Looks like John Penbelin may have developed some of the plants that are in here himself.
New plants. In here? There she is.
All settled in? Good. I'm happy that you're visiting Linda, but I know how much you teenagers like your televisions and loud stereos, so I must insist that you act respectfully and civilly while you stay with us. Since my nephew Hugh is away on business, I am in charge of this household. And if there's one thing I cannot stand, it's noise. Hugh's daughter Jane is staying with us and would very much like to meet you, but please try not to distract her. She has her studies and mustn't be disturbed during her lessons.
Anytime after 2.
Sorry?
Anytime after 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone else staying here?
We do not have any permanent house staff, if that's what you mean. The Penvillans have always been self-reliant. We get on quite well without being continuously mollycoddled by a squadron of insipid, gossiping ne'er-do-wells. Now, we do have 2 other house guests, a Mr. Nigel Mukherjee, who is researching the Penvillan family history in the library, and Ethel Bossany, Jane's tutor.
Do you know what's wrong with Linda?
Oh, Linda simply needs some time to adjust to her new living situation. England is not the United States. We do things differently, or should I say properly, here. The doctor believes
there's
it's just
some
a case
major
of
US
nerves.
heat going on.
Or the other way around.
Her mother told me she refuses to let anyone see her. Is that true?
I don't know, and the doctors don't know. No one seems to know anything. All I've been told is that Linda is unwell and that in her stead, I must look after matters. Now, please, I really do not have time to entertain you.
You told us to come here.
The house, but do not break anything, and refrain from mucking about with items that aren't yours.
Who wanted her to come here?
Jane seems incapable of following.
Linda's
And
mom.
before I forget, our kitchen is
Who's
being
our next door neighbor?
remodeled, so our dining
So-
situation is rather unorthodox. I've made arrangements with a local restaurant to deliver meals to us. There should be a programmed number for them on the phone in your room. Feel free to order whatever you'd like.
Liver meals.
The picture book in Jane's room. Do you know much about its history?
My brother Alan found it somewhere in the house. He was quite fascinated by it, but he'd never let me look at it.
I'm concerned
gonna
about
ask all
that
about the
thing I
questions.
saw outside.
It was purely your imagination, unless you saw a stray dog. But I will not countenance any histrionics about this issue. We have enough to worry about with Linda. And please do not get any ideas about going outside to investigate. I do not want you tracking mud all over this house.
What was your brother Alan like?
He was quite remarkable. He taught linguistics and computer science and won many prestigious awards. He loved
very different
games,
things.
especially pranks, and was forever tinkering with this and that. I do miss him sometimes, but now he's gone. He died a month after my husband passed away, and ever since I've been here all alone, until Hugh came back from the United States.
Alone.
Can you tell me about Lulu?
Lulu is a very old parrot. She must be over 80 years old. Please be very careful with her, especially if you feed her. Parrots have quite delicate constitutions, you know.
Think we can kill her?
Parrot?
Yeah.
Probably.
Goodbye.
The pleasure is all mine, child.
What?
Messing with her plants is probably not a good idea.
Messing with her pills?
Yeah.
You didn't even look at it.
Do you have allergies, Mrs. Drake?
Oh, yes! Hay fever. Although I'm not at all sure what's worse, my allergies or that medication. It makes me feel as if I'm about to float right out of my shoes.
Put you in a better mood?
Guess so.
Who's hungry? Who's ready for some nummies?
Did you say something, Mrs. Drake?
Not to you, dear.
Well then. What the? Frogs.
It doesn't work.
Oh.
Can we trace the line?
He's dead.
It doesn't work.
We taking notes. Oh.
Checklist.
Oh.
The mighty
there we go.
checklist.
The mighty checklist. Two words, web search. Oh. Figure out how to open my little box in that room. Take a really, really good look around the stuff.
Can't check that off yet.
Ask Linda if she knows anything about the lady in black. Talk to Jane. Find out what's making all the weird noises.
That's
Go.
done.
Talk to Linda.
I'm finished with that.
Here, what?
Check.
Can I check it off?
That's done.
It's an obnoxious notebook.
Yeah.
It's gonna get so long.
Oh yeah.
Too excited.
Oh, so excited.
I want a Xbox, a little X in the corner of my notebook.
Little X.
Yeah,
Better than a...
in a real notebook. Just put a little X in the corner.
This must be some kind of well, but
Yeah.
where's the water?
Same thing.
Ah!
How big is it? Do we fit in it?
Oh, we just had some. Back. Dogs. Well then. Da 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 da. This place is huge. What are you gonna do? So big. She's just talking to her fans.
Can't look down on her. It scares.
Nope. Can't even turn. Oh, who got you? Is that what this is? No.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
You can
Please
try.
check the number and dial again.
I don't want to. I want to. Exploring. Hello.
Oh yes, are you here from the agency? It's about time.
Agency.
Agency?
Oh dear, you're not the typist from the spiffy specialty agency, are you? Well, how do you do? I'm Nigel Mukherjee.
Mukherjee.
Booker. G.
Mukherjee.
Pleased to meet you. My name's Nancy Drew. Are you visiting Blackmoor Manor?
I'm researching the Penvillin family, and Mrs. Drake has graciously opened the library for me. Nothing much has been written about the Penvillins. Until now.
Why do you think that is?
It might have something to do with their scandalous history. Or perhaps it has something to do with the family treasure.
Family jewels, you say?
Scandalous history?
Well, having a family member burned as a witch can hardly be considered a mark of pride, I dare say. And then there's the whole business with the Blackmoor beast.
Who was the family member?
Eleanor Penvillin, tried and convicted of witchcraft in 1650. Quite the height of the witch trials here in Essex. It was rumored that Cromwell arranged the conviction.
Would you be able to get some reparations or something from that?
Probably. Like, well. But probably you should search that up if anything actually did happen.
Cromwell?
Oliver Cromwell? Ironsides? I suppose they don't teach history any longer in the U.S. Lady Penvillin was a rather vocal critic of Cromwell's policies and helped many of his enemies flee the country. Whether she actually was a practitioner of witchcraft is unknown, although many visitors to the manor during her tenure reported hearing strange, ghostly bells. Some even saw phantom hands floating about the manor, tolling their charmed chimes.
Tell me about the Penvillin family treasure.
For centuries, the Penvillins have been very secretive. Some believe they're protectors of a fabulous treasure, or of some dark secret.
Can you tell me about the Blackmoor beast?
It's a story that's been told for generations out here. During the 1600s, many of the villagers reported seeing a strange beast with red eyes and giant fangs prowling the moors. They asked the mistress of Blackmoor Manor, Eleanor Penvillin, to put a bounty on the beast's head. But, oddly enough, she not only refused, she forbade anyone from hunting the creature. It was rumored that the beast was Eleanor's husband, whom she had cursed for finding out too much about the Penvillin secret.
Well then.
When I was walking up to the house, I saw something with red eyes that called out to me.
Really? How extraordinary. Are you sure it wasn't just jet lag?
Positive, and I heard it make this kind of growling sound.
Perhaps it was the cursed husband of Eleanor Penvillin, prowling about the moors in search of lost Yanks.
What?
Very funny.
Funny?
Who are all those paintings of in the Great Hall?
Those are the Penvillins who owned Blackmoor Manor at one time or another.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Goodbye.
What's going on? So we're not going to be able to run this game.
Sure.
No way. It's way too long.
Fascinating piece, isn't it? James Penvillin sculpted it in 1591, although it appears that wand was added at a later date. He was quite a flamboyant figure and never married, but one day, a child appeared quite mysteriously in the castle, and he took her in as his own. That was Eleanor, and many of the townfolk believed her to be a changeling or fairy baby.
Things?
Always with the fairies.
Yeah. Always gotta have a fairy. Brrr. Face. Your face. Face. No, can't go forward.
Viewed the door off.
Spasiba.
What? You already know languages.
Interesting. I'm researching Philippe Penvillin, and it appears that many scholars believe he was a pirate. That would explain his source of wealth.
Law books?
I doubt you'll find much of interest in there. They're mainly law books. Charles Penvillin was a prominent judge in the 16th century. Sad to say, he lost his son at a young age, left his estate to his grandson, Thomas.
Else?
Those manuscripts are very old and brittle. They date back to the 14th century. Odo Penvillin collected most of them. His father, Randolph, and son Milo were rather more interested in military victories than in book collecting.
Or they get green lights?
I don't know. Seems rather odd. I guess just green. Computer.
Do you mind if I use this computer?
No, not at all. But it's very old. Feel free to use mine if I'm not here.
Alan, may I have your password? Password.
I couldn't quite track the provenance of that piece, but Philippe must have brought it back from the New World. He became quite wealthy as a merchant in the Americas, and restored Blackmoor's original splendor after it had been abandoned for years. His daughter Penelope continued the renovation, commissioning the construction of this library by Roger Vizier, who built a similar one for the French general Jean Leboeuf.
I don't know what's going on. There's too much information. Look at any. Or go. Yeah. We're just gonna go. What the? Fortune teller. Guess so. Ah!
Fortune game.
Oh, what the? What? Me? Some kind of... What? I lost it. I don't know what I'm playing. Oh, work. You know what I'm doing?
I don't know. Try the Calliope again.
Can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I think this is just very strange. What's going on exactly? No. No. Ah! What's going on? What? Ah!
Hold the red button.
No. Does anybody know what we're playing right now?
Well, you keep clicking that one thing.
Yay. Wrong. Think we're losing?
Well, we got the good sound. We got 3 in a row, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're losing. Might just be her turn when she does that.
Get it.
What about Rato?
I don't either.
Like what? Two choices. Right.
Of course. I have no idea. No, not the Pegasuses.
Maybe she can see them on her side. Bunk.
Well, I don't. God.
Isn't her friends named Penny and Betty? Bunk.
No.
Don't do it again.
Don't do it again.
Don't do it again.
Yeah. Go away. Go away. That.
Need to crank.
Away. Here.
More crests. Can you learn more Latins? What was the first one again?
This is the one that's in our room.
Okay.
The door. Ooh. Lumen. Snoop.
Music's so suspicious.
Yeah. I feel like there's things.
Is that Penn from Tether?
Sorry?
Is that Penn and Penn Tether from Penn and Tether?
This one?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's Penn.
I think that's Hugo. From the game.
I think it's Penn. Hugo's Penn.
Club.
Wonder what happened in there.
Sewage air. I click on things, see what's clickable. I go in that door.
In Hawk Signal.
Oxydo. Prosperities. Victim Ingo Silente. That sounds very.
Victim in video.
Ito fit good. Odd. El balloon. Yeah, nope. Nope. Getting notifications on the phone, but I don't know what they are. Mina Max's son. Minimum maximum son. No. This one?
The nun.
Aras Longa.
What's the nun one saying?
Bosses Fortuna Bat.
The only one we can actually look at up close.
Yeah. It has a gargoyle in the back. Something that we don't know.
George Washington.
That'd be funny. Which one's the woman in the black clothes?
Don't know.
I'm assuming it's this one. There's no other black clothes.
I don't remember what she said her name was.
Eleanor? Hither. Bell. There's just you. Look everywhere.
Bling! It's a bling. the save.
Yeah. We have no acquired items. Save. Saved. Ding. Wah. Bang. Bang. I probably shouldn't. Really? Okay, that was the stairs. I don't know. Wit. I think we make wit. This is quite long. We can do this later. Play later. It's bedtime. I'm gonna sleep again. Oh. Lunar. Figure out in what order to pull those levers at the top of those noisy stairs.
Nosy stairs.
Find out the password for that old computer. Find out more about the stars with those star charts. Alright. I'm done. Goodbye? Goodbye? Goodbye.